I promise you their advancement, advancing dark sequential killing when the crackhead wasn't cool. Currently, it appeared as though they're making it nitwit to drink lean and syrup, and it's the most hazardous, the most perilous things confronting our general public. So why sign a craftsman that would advance that it's entrepreneurial? It'll make you cry assuming you Kanye West has been talking a few hard insights about the music business. And presently all doubts have been affirmed. He was correct from the start. Dark rappers are getting forfeited by their names for benefits. The business is advancing the sequential killing of dark specialists. And particularly rappers, it's true. Definitely I got individuals to take care of 'em. I got a piece. I got a variety of things to take care of. There's no denying Kanye's allegations. Now, since even the organization leaders are affirming this guarantee, this large number of medications and brutality was for their own advantage yet. How do marks benefit from seriously endangering their own specialists? We should reveal the unnerving truth that we had neglected to see such an extremely long time in the dark music industry at the present time, assuming that you go to Apple right, currently go to Apple Music. We should stack up the main 10 melodies. I promise you their advancement, advancing dark sequential killing Kanye, is in many cases depicted as a maniac with peculiar and odd paranoid fears and thoughts. When he at first began discussing how the business was on a mission to get the dark specialists, no one trusted him. Except for now that the chiefs are boldly validating the premonitions, it's turning out to be increasingly hard to overlook what Kanye has been talking about up and down. Truly, there's a lot of youthful dark male rappers continue biting the dust, who's not passing on record chiefs, the record leaders that push for them to keep on making tunes and make a culture that is fixated on death medications. Sex Kanye's feelings of trepidation aren't unwarranted. Dark specialists and rappers are getting killed savagely right-left, and focus it's dumb to accept that it doesn't have anything to do with the way of life being advanced through their music. The business is fixated on it, yet those record leaders, they're not kicking the bucket since they don't push this culture on their own kin. Yet they're empowering you to push it on yours, and they're paying you liberally to make it happen. And the ones liable for it are their record marks that are driving youthful people of color into viciousness and medications, so they can bring in cash off of it. Not only when they're advancing dark, the red media is bringing in cash off of blacks being chronic executioners. To one another, additionally, misanthropic Kanye is by all accounts the only one courageous enough to discuss how the media is bringing in cash off by seriously endangering dark rappers in spite of innumerable homicides and passings of craftsmen. Savagery is as yet being advanced through dark music. Rap isn't simply rhyming words and beats like some other music. It's a problem solver and profoundly molds society. So when the dark rappers discuss ladies as dispensable toys who exist just for men's maltreatment of enjoyment, and carry on like it's cool to be relentless and pitiless about your conduct influences another person, this is precisely exact thing individuals advance. So who's experiencing the most this depiction of individuals of color, blacks themselves? And for reasons unknown, record marks are empowering this unsafe way of behaving. When dark specialists discuss medications and brutality, it produces debate which puts them on the radar and makes them more recognizable. This helps the names, as they all need is openness. After all, terrible exposure is still exposure, despite the fact that dark rappers bring in cash through this ploy. It hurts their standing, as well as supports the utilization of medications and firearms in the African American population. Individuals from inside the business are at last shouting out stand by listening to what Woman Run has handicapped dark craftsmen, offering their spirits to the marks. I never do. I sign you, I own you. I don't do that. The attitude doesn't sound right. Individuals tolerating that doesn't sound right. Individuals being glad for that doesn't sound appropriate. For the most significant length of time, dark rappers and performers have been related with medications and weapons. Turns out this was utilized from their names to seriously jeopardize the existences of these craftsmen. So the organizations could create gains the marks conclude what the craftsman is permitted to discuss in his music and through his way of life. And the craftsman must choose between limited options on the grounds that the mark claims him in the event that you're as yet not persuaded how well established viciousness is in dark music. This will alter your perspective. There's an entire extraordinary